Hey everyone, this is Boss Rush, episode 9. I'm Jet from inthirdperson.com. With me is Matt from Biff Band Pop. Oh, I'm pointing the wrong way. I always mess this up. It's that way.
It's this way.
Okay.
What's
up? Jason from downstab.com.
Hello.
And no stranger to the channel, but first time on Boss Rush, it's Laura.
Where's my URL? I don't have one.
Yeah, you do.
You have
down
there.
You have your name.
At
Yeah.
Laura
It's just a
Ellie
handle.
Williams.
It's
Oh,
still your
this
handle.
way.
There it is. People can find you on the internet.
Yeah.
And so,
On the Insta.
Laura, how you doing?
Good. How are you?
Yeah. So I'm doing a little under the weather, but working on it. I got my H2O here, trying to stay hydrated.
Cool.
Oh man, that's a really big container with the straw too.
I have cream soda.
Okay.
Nice.
This is gonna be really dorky. I have one of these IKEA gamer desks, and it actually has cup holders built into the desk.
It's not dorky.
Nice.
That's convenient.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's pretty good.
I would take the camera off and show you guys, but then I'd break the whole setup. So.
Yeah, don't want to do that.
Yeah. All right. So before we start, Laura, tell us a little bit about yourself for all those people watching who don't know you just yet.
I live in California with Jason. Jason. And I'm a graphic designer. I work for a few startups doing all their graphic work. And Jason and I bonded over video games, so that's one of the things we have in common.
What a coincidence. Jason and
Nice.
I bonded over
Whoa.
video games too.
It's true.
Wow! Oh my
Go
gosh.
figure.
Awesome. And
Yeah.
one more thing before we talk about not video games. What is your favorite video game of all time?
Whoa. Throwing out
Oh,
the
man.
hard questions first.
No warning.
Oh God, I wasn't prepared. Of all time?
All time.
Jason, what is it?
What about maybe your favorite game series?
What's the answer? Well, Overwatch is one we constantly play, so that's a big contender. You know, I'm a big fan of May.
Mhm.
Well,
Oh man.
It is, yeah.
Nice.
That's cool.
it's just a keychain. And I guess I'm kind of a fan of like Harvest Moon series. So
Okay.
those are all
Mhm.
fun. Farming sims, you know, where I don't actually do real work.
But still feel accomplished like you did real
Yeah.
work.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have my copy of Overwatch on my desk because I flip between this and Spider-Man, which I'm still way far behind in. And I also have this. It's
Oh,
a
Hey,
Kid
that's
Robot
Kid
for You.
Robot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know Matt was
Cute.
flashing
That's
some
somewhere in that closet.
Yeah. Matt was flashing some Ninja Turtles action figures just before we started.
It was.
Yeah.
And Jason, what do you have for show and tell?
I have this
I
really
also
fat
have this.
whale.
Oh man,
He's got a little tiny tail.
Oh,
That's
nice.
mine.
It is yours. His name is Wilmer.
Wilmer.
Not
Not
Wilmer.
Wilmer. Wilmer.
Ah.
Wilmer.
Mm.
Whatever you want to call him.
All right, let's
Mhm.
not talk about video games. Matt, what's going on?
Well, sort of video game related. No, you know what? I'll save that for the actual video game talk.
Okay.
So, other than that, not a whole heck of a lot. Just yeah, kind of. I got 2 new reviews up on Biff Band Pop, so that's kind of kept me busy,
Nice.
and yeah, just playing some games.
All right. Jason, how about you?
Well, Laura and I just came back last week from visiting our friends in Philadelphia. They got married.
Oh,
So
wow.
we visited Philly and went to the wedding, of course, and took an extra day in the city itself. And it was nice, I guess. I'm sure Laura will talk more about
Yes.
it, but I don't know. It's just something about it wasn't the greatest. I think it's because we live so close to San Francisco, and then I live so close to Chicago. Like, I don't know. Big cities aren't really for me, but it was still really fun. It was just, I don't know. I just know like I don't want to live in a big city. That's what I found out from that. If I didn't already know.
So you don't.
You
have-
already knew that.
Yeah, I already knew. I want more of the suburb with stuff to do. So
Okay. You have no specific slander for Philly? Just going alienate all of our Philly fans?
no, like Philly was fine. Like there's nothing bad about Philadelphia. In fact, they had lots of cool historical like landmarks, and there was some good food, and like everything was nice. It's just I don't like big cities really. I'd rather be a bit more suburban and relaxing.
Okay.
I'm pretty much a homebody, so when I like don't have a home, it's like, oh jeez.
Fair enough.
But aside from our friends getting married, which was amazing, and
Yay,
actually the wedding
round
was
of
really
applause.
nice.
Weddings are
Yeah.
hard.
I was able to take some time while Laura was getting ready to go to a local game store.
Okay.
And I finally found a copy of this game I've been looking for 8 years, and they finally had it.
Whoa.
And it's a
Can you guess?
You're not even. Yeah, can you guess what it is? It's actually for the PSP.
The PSP.
PSP.
Yeah.
Oh man, I'm guessing it's some
Could be
sort
one
of
Matt's favorite.
some sort of anime RPG.
So it's like
okay,
Dissidia or something.
Okay, wait, I lied. It's okay. The one I got is for PSP, but there's also a DS version, a Wii version, and an Xbox 360 and a PS3 version.
Oh my goodness.
Mhm.
The World Ends With You?
No, good
All
guess though. Matt, do you have a guess or no?
When you said PSP, I was like some kind of Dissidia
RPG or
knockoff or something. I don't know.
No, it's Prince of Persia: The Forgotten Sands.
Nice.
I've been looking for that game for a long time, and the reason I want it is every version is a little bit different. It's kind of a different game. So the 360 and PS3 version are the traditional like 3D platformers in the vein of Prince of Persia. The Wii version, off the top of my head, I can't quite remember, but I think it's still 3D, but it has a different story and different controls. The DS version is a 2D like side scroller with only touch controls, and the PSP is it's also like 2D, but it's more story driven and it has a completely different angle than the other ones.
Huh.
So all four of them they actually connect, kind of make a bigger story of that character. And for whatever reason, I could never find that freaking PSP one, but now I finally have it, so it's really exciting.
Congratulations.
Yeah, it made the 1,000-mile trek worth it if it wasn't already.
Because it wasn't. Yeah.
The wedding was worth it, but like when we went to the game store, I was like, oh, cool. So.
Yeah, sweet. Laura, how about you? What's going on?
We went to Philly.
Yeah.
Hey, whoa.
So while Jason was, shopping, I was getting ready and it took forever, but worth it. I got compliments.
Yeah.
All right.
But there were we only spent one day in Philly actually. So I don't know if we can actually say if it was good or bad. We just kind of fit in what we could. So we managed to see outside like the Liberty Bell, the Independence Hall. We didn't take the tours because we didn't have time. We wanted to go to the state penitentiary because the story is that people went crazy in there.
Okay.
But we couldn't make it up because time restraints and everything closed at like 5.
Oh man.
So yeah, but we managed to go to the Mutter Museum, which had all sorts of medical oddities, like there were slides of Einstein's like brain, like
Whoa.
actual remains of Einstein's brain. Yeah, and I guess the story with that is that when Einstein died, the physician that like did his autopsy took his brain without the family's permission. And then they said, oh, well, you can keep it, but as long as you keep it for research only. So he took slices of it and sent it to scientists across the world. And basically everyone said that, yeah, this brain is from a really smart person.
Wow.
I guess it looked physically different than normal brains.
The part of the brain, I guess in the back or something where, that's your intelligence or related to, was much like 15% bigger than an average person or something. Yeah, and there were other strange things. Lots of Siamese twins, like fetuses in jars, actual tattoos on skin, like spread in jars, all sorts of stuff.
Yeah. Some things you might want to not say just because this is a family-friendly podcast.
Yeah, well, it was a lot of stuff in there, and it was pretty interesting. So, if you're into medical oddities, you could look up the Mutter Museum and everything in it.
Very cool.
Pretty memorable for sure.
It was. It's probably the most thing we've told people about like what we've seen in there. So.
All right. I have no idea how to follow up Einstein's brains.
Yeah.
I went to Hamilton Comic-Con and that was the first time I went to that show. Steph and her sister-in-law, or her sister, my sister-in-law, competed in their cosplay contest and they won honorable mention, best attention to detail. So that was really great.
That is so great.
That is the first cosplay contest they participated in, and now they're going to do more, which is great. I finally bought a Nintendo 64, which is great. I've heard great things about this.
What? Harvest Moon 64 was my first Harvest Moon.
Yeah.
I have a Nintendo 64.
Mine too. That's why we bonded. It was great.
I saw that game there. It was a box copy for $240.
Ooh, I have that. I have that box. I think Laura, you have that box too.
I don't know.
It's like $500 sitting somewhere.
Yeah.
I think mine's only the cartridge.
Loose is probably still worth it.
Yeah, probably still worth it. And then the following day, we went to the Game of Thrones concert, which was cool.
Oh yeah, I saw that on Instagram. That looked really neat.
Just the live orchestra playing a bunch of Game of Thrones music. Like my concern going into it was that I wasn't sure. Like I like the music, but I don't remember specific pieces.
Yeah, that's what I was just thinking too.
Yeah, but it didn't really matter. They did sort of like highlight reels of either specific houses or specific moments on the show set to the music, and it was really cool.
Nice.
And then they had some theatrics as well. Like there was one moment, I guess I can kind of spoil it now because the Toronto stop was the last stop on the tour, and like they had one violin player, and she had this really long dress. And then, like, as the song started, they, like, pulled her up to the rafters, but her dress, like, hanged all the way down to the floor.
Oh,
whoa.
that
was
long.
Cool. Yeah.
Interesting.
So they did some stuff like that. The platform rose. There's one guy playing these, like, crazy wind instruments that just made these weird noises. They were part of... It was during, like, the Dothraki set. No, it was that and the White Walkers. Like, that music was crazy.
Cool.
Very cool to see.
Nice.
Yeah.
And
are you gonna post more videos?
I only took that when I go. I know.
Okay.
Bootleg the entire concert.
I know. When I go to concerts or something like that, I try and record just like the first few seconds of it, so I can put something on the gram, and then I just try and enjoy.
And then just enjoy.
Yeah.
It does bother me. Like I don't like experiencing a concert where something with just
the whole
Yeah,
thing is
yeah.
your screen.
Yeah.
Totally agree with you.
I guess the one sort of downside was that Steph and I hadn't fully watched all the way up to the end of season 7. And so at Wick, we tried binging for the last, like, the week leading up to it. And we got to the start of season 6. And the first half of the concert was fine. We'd watched everything. And then realized, like, oh, wait, there's still half a concert to go. And then the second half was all spoilers.
Season 6 is the last one? Or is it season 7? Okay, yeah, I was going to say 7. Oh, man. Everyone's dead.
Yeah, pretty much.
So yeah, they spoiled pretty much all the major moments of the show, but it made us really excited to go back and watch it because it looked really cool.
Oh, that's good.
Nice.
At least.
Nice.